Everyone, in the previous video of chapter number 9, question number 8, last two question is your homework. Okay, try to do it as a homework. Now look the 10th chapter, that is visualizing solid shape. In this chapter mainly what we are going to see, that is 2D shape and 3D shapes. So beforehand also I had explained you what do you mean by 2D shapes and 3D shapes. So 2D shapes are those shapes in which you can see only the length and breadth. Okay, 2D shapes are those shapes in which only the length and the breadth of the figure can be visible. But in 3D shape, okay, but in 3D shape, three-dimensional shape, 3D, that means three-dimensional shape, length, breadth, what is length, breadth and its height or depth. Height it can also said to be as depth. Height, length, breadth and height is to be visible in that. So that kind of figure is said to be as three-dimensional figure. Okay, so three-dimensional figure, the best example is cube, cuboid, isn't it? Cylinder, sphere, and 2D example will be triangle, rectangle, circle, etc. So here some activity is given in the first in your book, that is match the following. So you can easily match in your book. So student, this exercise 10.1, 10.2 you have to do in the book itself. No need of doing in the copy. But the last exercise 10.3 is there. That exercise you have to do in your copy. Okay. So you can match it very easily, that shape and with the type. Okay, so this one is a square, it is a two-dimensional and is the name of the shape will be square. The next one is a, what is it, is a cone, isn't it? Cone is a three-dimensional, isn't it? It is a three-dimensional and can be matched with the next page. Next page pics I didn't clicked in this video, so go through in your book. The sphere will be given in the next page. Okay, cylinder, here cylinder is again three-dimensional, you can match here. Then next one is a square, square is given. It is a triangle, triangle is again given in the next page. So this particular page is, this particular match the following is in the two pages, first page and the second page. Second page, that pictures I didn't clicked, so please go through the second page of your book and match in the book itself. Can use the pencil. Then 10.1, so no definition will be there for this chapter, only we will go through the question. So 10.1, for each of the following solid the two views are given. Match for each solid the corresponding top and the front view. The first one is done for you. That means as an example, the first one is being done in the book. Okay, here the object is given, a bottle, a weight, then a flask. Okay, then side view is given as well as the top view is given here. So the bottle one, you have to see the picture and you have to imagine the side view of a bottle as well as the top view of the bottle. So bottle side view will be like this and its top view is the cap, the top view, or that means the cap of the bottle will be like this, isn't it? So it is already matched in the question. Please match it with your, try to match with your own. Then second one is a weight. A weight side view is here, isn't it? And its top view will be where? Its top view will be at the last, like this. So students, here I had already matched all the things in the book itself, so you also have to match. C part is side view will be here, the fourth part of the middle, and its top view with the flask will be the second, isn't it? So then cup and saucer, its side view will see visible over here and its top view is this one. So try to do the E part with your own. Next, question number 2. For each of the given solid, the three views are given. Identify for each solid the corresponding top, front and side view. That means you have to say which one is a top view, which one is a side view and which one is the front view. Okay, so here top and almirah is given, its front view is mentioned, that means diagram is already given. You have to just identify which one will be the top, front and side. So here this one is the front view, second one is the side, and the third one is the top view, okay, of an almirah. Then the B part, in the B part what is given, a matchbox is given. Okay, in that matchbox you have to say which one is the front image, side image and the top image. So first one is the side image, second one is the front image, and the third picture is the top image. Then the next one is a TV, that means television, isn't it? Here also the first one is a front image, second one is a side image, and the third one is a top image. Then the D one is a car, its front image is first, side, and then third one is a top image. Okay, try to write all those answers in your book itself, no need of using the copy. Only you have to write this chapter, the last exercise in your copy. Then 10.1, 10.2, no need of writing in your copy. Okay, no need of writing, no need of drawing, and no definition is there. Then for each given solid, identify the top view, front view and side view. So here the answer is written, how this front, side and top view will be visible. So first one is a top, second front, and third one is a side. Then the B part, side, front and top. In this way you can solve the, by seeing the figure you can solve. This is said to be as a net figure, we had already studied, isn't it? So while seeing the figure, while calculating and imagination, you can count and imagine that which one will be the front and side view. Also the in a Max Lab manual, the activity we had already completed. So this you have to go through the answers. Okay, next question number 4. So here is question number 4. It is said that draw the front view, side view and top view of the given object. A military tent, a table, a nut and a hexagonal block is given. A die is given and a solid. Okay, so here I had drawn for you all the shapes. First is a front view, side view and the top view of which figure? Of figure a military tent. Okay, so this one is the front view. Then how the military tent looks from the side, that is in the form of a parallelogram. Then top view will be like this. Then second one is a table. Okay, table front is looks like this, everybody knows. Side view will be like this and top view will be just, it will be as a in the form of a rectangle. Then third is a weight, like this, it hexagonal block, it will be look like this. Okay, so fourth part it will be a die, it will be look like this. Understood everyone? Now we will see the next exercise, that is exercise 10.2. so here it is a diagrammatic exercise. In this exercise you have to make a map. Okay, like the first question, look at the given map of a city. Here the city map is given. Okay, well, very nicely it had been drawn everywhere. The roads are drawn, every this hospital, market, city, college, everything is marked on this. Now here the question is that color the map as blue, that means wherever the water is there, river is there, river plant is there, water plant is there, lake is there, there you have to color. That means in the book itself you can color it. Okay, so wherever the water is there, that you have to color with a blue. Wherever a fire station is there, there you have to color a red. Then orange color for the library, then yellow color you have to use for the school, green color for the park, pink color for the college, purple color for the hospital and brown color for the cemetery. So you can color in the book itself. Okay, mark a green X at the intersection of the road C and Nehru Road. That means wherever the road, green road, that means X, and intersection road C is there, you have to mark X and C. Okay, Nehru Nagar Road is this one, so there you have to, what you have to mark there you have to mark C. Okay, Then wherever green is there, green, that means green color is used for the park, isn't it? So for the park you have to mark X, like this you have to do. Then in red, draw a short straight route from library to the bus depot. That means you have to construct a road. Here it is asking to construct a road with your own in the map by the red color, which is further east and the city park of the or the market. This you have to tell the direction for the park and the market. And which direction you have to tell? You have to tell the direction east. Okay. Then the next one is south direction you have to tell. Okay. So go through the map and just do the color. It will be a kind of activity for you people. Now question number 2, here it is said, question 2, 3, 4, no need of doing in the copy. Just we will go through the question. Draw a map of your classroom using proper scale and a symbol for different object. Here what you have to do, you have to just imagine your classroom, okay, or wherever you are studying in your home itself, that room, particular room, you have to imagine it as your classroom. Then number of benches you can place there, number of desk you can place there, the door and the windows also you can place there, the board you can place, like that you can draw the pictures. Okay, second and fourth also you can do the same. Clear everyone? Now the last exercise of this chapter is 10.3. Can a polyhedron have four its face? 3 triangles, then 4 triangles, a square and a 4 triangles. So before doing this question we will see the polyhedron. Okay, what do you mean by polyhedron? And while solving the question I will tell you what do you mean by polyhedron. Then second is it possible to have a polyhedron with any given number of face? Think of a pyramid. Yes, it is possible. Okay, the next question number 3. Which are prism among the following? So here the 4 diagrams are given, and among these 4 diagrams which can be considered as a prism. Okay, so a nail is not a prism. Then unsharpened pencil, yes of course it is a prism. Then third is a prism. Fourth, a box is not a prism. Okay, then fourth question, how are prism and cylinder alike? How are pyramid and cones are alike? Next, sixth one, is a square prism same as cube? Explain. Yes, of course, a square prism same as a cube prism, and also a cuboid is same as a cuboid can also be a square prism. Then here, verify Euler's formula. What is Euler's formula? Euler's formula is face plus vertex is equals to E, that means edge plus 2. So that Euler's formula you have to, from the figure you have to calculate the number of face, number of vertex and the number of edge. Then you have to substitute the value of face, vertex and edge in the Euler's formula and you have to verify. Okay. Now here is the question number 7 and 8. Again the same for the Euler's formula only. We will just go through it. So what we had discussed here, recognizing 2D and the 3D shapes we have seen, and the most important thing from this chapter what is Euler's formula. Okay, so how to solve the Euler's formula, that will be go through the question, then it will be more easy to you. Okay, now 10.3 which you have to do in your copy, student. So please take out your copy and do it. Start writing 10.3 in your copy. So what do you mean by question number 1? Polyhedron. It is a solid which is bonded by 4 or more polyhedron faces in such a way that pair of face meets along edge and 3 or more edge meets in each vertex. That means it is a solid figure in which more than 3 edges can be meet at one point. Okay, so at one point, remember that the specific thing of this polyhedron definition, it is that more than 3 faces are more than 3 edges are going to be meet. Okay, that's why it is said as a polyhedron. So first one is answer for the first No, a polyhedron cannot for its faces have three triangles. That means if a three triangles is there, can it be considered as a polyhedron? So the answer is no. If a triangle is having three faces, it cannot be considered as a polyhedron. Okay. Then second question, for four triangles, so for four triangles, yes, it can be considered as a polyhedron. And for square as well as for four triangles, for that also it can be considered as a polyhedron. That means for, yes, a polyhedron can for its faces have a square and four triangles. Clear everyone? You have to say yes or no for that. For before saying yes or no, you have to know what do you mean by polyhedron. Okay. Next question is, it is said that is it possible only the number of faces are greater? So the answer is yes, it is possible only if the number of faces are greater than or equal to 4. Okay. Then question number 3. In the question number 3, it is said that you have to identify among the nails prism that which one is a among the nails and some unsharpened pencil and a table and a box. Among these four, which one is a prism? So as I told you while explaining the question that a nail is not a prism, then an unsharpened pencil is a prism, a table weight is not a prism, then a box is a prism. Okay. Then question number 4. A prism becomes a cylinder provided the number of sides of its base becomes larger and larger. Second, a pyramid becomes a cone provided the number of sides of its base becomes larger and larger. So these are the answer for question number 4. Now see question number 5. Yes, answer will be yes, a square prism is same as a cube and its cube, and a square prism can also be a cuboid. That means it can be a square prism, can be a cube as well as it can be a cuboid. Both it can be. In question number 6, it is said that you have to from the figure itself you have to calculate the number of face, number of vertex and number of edges. Then you have to verify the Euler's formula, isn't it? So in that figure, number of face is 7, number of vertex is 10 and number of edges 50, isn't it? So what is Euler's formula is, that is F plus V is equals to E plus 2, where F is face, V is vertex, E is edge. So in this, face is 7, vertex is 10, isn't it? From the figure first we have to count the number of face, vertex and edge. Then after we have to put the values in the formula, Euler's formula. So what is the edge is? Edge is 15 plus 2. So here 7 plus 10 is 17 and here 15 plus 2 is 17. So LHS and RHS both the values are coming same, isn't it? That means it is verified. Okay. Next question number second of that same. Face is 9, vertex is also 9, edge is 16. So F plus V is equals to E plus 2, that is 9 plus 9 is 18 and 16 plus 2 is again 18. Hence it is LHS and RHS both are same, that means it is again verified. Question number 7. In the question number 7, it is said that you have to find the value of face. Question mark is given in the form in the face, so you have to find the value of face, isn't it? So what is Euler's formula is F plus V is equals to E plus 2. So what is the value of face, that we have to find out, isn't it? What is value of V vertex, that is 6, is equals to value of edge is 12 and 2 comes from the formula. So 12 plus 2 is how much? That is 14. So F plus 6 is equals to 14. Now since we have to find the value of face, so this plus 6 will be transposed. So F is equals to 14, while transposing it become minus 6, isn't it? So 14 minus 6 is how much? 8. So what is the value for the face will be? That will be 8. Clear everyone? So in this way you can solve the second and the third part also. In the second part it is asking about the vertex. So face is given as 5 vertex you value you have to find, and edge is given as 9. So f plus v is equals to e plus 2 is the Euler's formula. So face value as 5, vertex you have to find, edge is 9, and 2 comes from the formula. Okay, so what it will be? It will be 5 plus v is equals to 9 plus 2. So 9 plus 2 is how much? It will be 11. If what value you have to find? You have to find the value of vertex. So this 5 will be going to be transpose. So 11 minus 5. Since here it is in the form of plus 5, so while transposing it become minus. So value of vertex will be how much? That will be 6. Okay. In the same way, here in the third part you have to find the value of edge. So f plus v is equals to e plus 2, that is 20 plus 12 is equals to e plus 2. Here value of e we have to find, that means 2 we have to transpose from the right hand side to the left hand side. So it will become minus 2, isn't it? So 32 minus 2 will be how much? 30. So 30 is the answer for the edge, and vertex value will be 6. Clear everyone? Now the last question of this chapter is, since f plus v is not equals to e plus 12. Why it is said? Because in the question the value of face is given as 10. Okay, vertex value is given as 15, edge value is given as 20, and 2 comes from the formula. So while addition of this number, how much it becomes? It will become 25, and 20 plus 2, it will be 22. Since here LHS is and RHS both are not equal for this face 10, vertex 15, and edge how much given? Edge is given as e, isn't it? Since LHS RHS is not equal, hence the Euler's formula is not verified. If it is not verified, that means a polyhedron cannot have 10 faces, 20 edge, and 15 vertex. Clear everyone? Thank you.